Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Anthem. My name is Eric the Red, I'm part of Three Average Guys, and this is the second installment in our series. Hopefully, you know, once we get a good start to the series here, it'll be a little bit easier. So, funny story is, when I first started doing the series, I got reminded that, you know, YouTube is a family place and I shouldn't use such discriminatory words. So I'll try my best to hold off at a lot of the terrible things I was saying. Anyway, to the extent of I'm going to cuss, this is a rated R channel. So, you know, parental supervision is highly suggested. I use some pretty strong language. So we're gonna get into this game a little bit. We're gonna talk about it more than actually talk about the game today. So, from what I hear is Anthem is no longer gonna get any more. How would you say? Touch-up updates.
I'm not a freelancer. I can't just
I'm kind of upset about that. You know, Anthem, I understand why Anthem was kind of a flop for the two companies, but, you know, still, it's a great game once you get into it. It had super great amounts of potential, so hopefully they change their mind. I understand that funding is a big issue. Oh, I missed that shot. I kind of understand that, and I understand that running a video game is not going to be cheap or easy. Another thing is, too, you know, there's going to be a lot more content coming from Three Average Guys. You know, Three Average Guys, the channel itself, you know, it takes a lot of work to put work into my channel, for Celtic Viking, put work into his and Three Average Guys. So, you know, it's going to take a little bit to get a rhythm going. I plan on uploading as much as I possibly can, regardless of following or not. You know, just showing you how average people play the game and how non-MLG players play. You know, I understand that my other content isn't as good as it should be. You know, just because I took it straight from Twitch and I put it into a YouTube video, it just made it easier to get Now my setup is I have to play the game, and then afterwards I have to add the audio in. So it's going to be a little bit different from what I'm used to, but things happen. That's just how it's going to be. So Three Average Guys, our main focus of Three Average Guys was we're going to have two people consistently.
What do you mean?
Well, we were going to have two people consistently. We were going to have me and Celtic Viking, and we were going to pull in a random. Well, we just pulled in a new person. Positively Negative. You should check out his stuff.
What's this?
He's going to help us with some video editing. He's going to do things like that for us. So, you know, he's going to be a great commitment to the team, and I really am happy that we brought him on board.
Just bring it to me.
So hopefully he likes being on board, and hopefully things will go good in our future and his. So we'll see how things go. Right here, I thought that thing was a thing that I could destroy, but it's not. But what's coming next to Three Average Guys is, you know, we're kind of getting prepared for the new Call of Duty release. We're getting prepared for a bunch of new content. So we just figured out how to do all of this, and you know, from the supporters that I do have, I really do greatly appreciate everybody who's been here since the beginning. What is this?
How do you know this? How do we get the overlay?
If you guys do not already, go follow 3_average_guys, our group Instagram post, our page. And it pretty much explains like what our mission is. And you can follow my my Instagram, which is my gamer tag, which is XV Eric the Red VX. Pretty much, it's my. I got like email, so you can email me on there and tell me like what kind of content you want.
Whoa. Today is not a good day for
or
strikes.
suggest some type of content.
The Titan took care of the hard part. Now,
So,
you just gotta find a way inside without it killing you.
That's always the
We'll see how if this catches on or not. So I'm gonna shut up for a little bit so you guys can watch me attack this Titan and ultimately epically fail at it.
cargo door won't budge.
Battery's fried. Check the wreckage for a replacement.
Then you take out the Titan first. Just a thought. It's still not working.
Power flow needs a full reset. Titan really did a number on her when it attacked.
Which it's still doing, by the way.
Got it, Dax. Thanks for your input.
Welcome. That did it. Door should open now.
Wait, I can't go in yet.
Why not?
They can't risk the Titan going stomp, stomp,
Okay,
and
I'm back.
destroy the overlay.
She has a point.
Sorry to interrupt you guys viewing this, but you know, we got some things to talk about. We got things like upcoming events and things like that. So we are on Twitch, Eric the Red and Celtic Viking 21 anyway. So we are on Twitch. We will be streaming sometime in the next few days. I'm currently away recording this audio and video. I'm away from my gaming things, so we'll see when. Hopefully on Monday I can get to it. We'll see if it'll decide to work, because recently it doesn't want to work for me. But you know, I'm excited. We're gonna talk about this new Call of Duty here for a second. The new Call of Duty Modern Warfare, is, you know, something that Celtic Viking and I have wanted for a very, very, very long time. Not for the cross-platform, not for the, you know, not for the, even for the multiplayer. I mean, the multiplayers, I think it's fantastic. Celtic Viking's really big into that 2v2, which I hate it because I am not very good at first-person shooter games. But there's perks that come with the game. I'm super excited for the campaign. Modern Warfare campaigns have never ceased to amaze me. You know, hopefully, you know, we can find some type of game where we can actually get along on. Anthem is, like I said, one of those games that people kind of neglected. They kind of let it flop. I could have seen, now that I've really gotten into it. I never used to be into Anthem. I used to hate it, actually. I played during the alpha when it first came out, and I was not a big fan because I would load in or to get to the end of the loading bar, and then it would crash every single time. I was lucky if I even got in the game. So, you know, I played it for a short period of time, and then, you you know, recently Celtic Vikings like, hey, you should re-download it and see how it is. So I re-downloaded it and I was like, huh, what's your power level? So I looked at Celtic Vikings power level and I was like, alright, cool. He's power level like 220 and I was power level like 60. So I had to increase my power level by 160 before we started playing together. Well, I played it, I kid you not, I played it all night long the night before. That's why I'm kind of apologizing for this being so late into the story. But so I got to power level 200 or 190 something, and then we started playing, and that's when he joins this episode. So it was pretty. I was grinding pretty hard to get to that, so kind of proud, kind of not, kind of disappointed in myself because I stayed up literally all night to get there. I think that's one of the downfalls about this game is that it takes so long to get your power level up. Especially, you know, we're an average gaming community. This is why we built the channel. We built the channel on average gamers. We don't build it on MLG. We built it on being an average gamer and not dedicating our life to it. This is just something that we do in our side time. I'm currently working part-time on a farm, and Celtic Viking works for a furniture installment company. So and he's going to school full-time. So it's kind of hard to find time to really get involved with YouTube. And you know, we're finally taking our steps to do it, and when we can do it on our own time, which is a positive thing. And you know, on top of that, we got other stuff I gotta do.
We'll have to take out the camp's defenses to reach him.
You know,
focus on the turrets.
Real life has to hit us sometime, I guess. And sometimes things just don't work out. So we have to pretty much take whatever time we can, or that we want to, and put it into YouTube.
This thing was built to take a few hits, right?
So hopefully Modern Warfare doesn't change too much between now and when its full release comes out. Expect a lot of Destiny, a lot of Anthem, a lot of Fallout 76. I know a lot of people don't like Fallout 76, but it's fun when you play with a team. My biggest issue is I'm level 100 and Celtic Vikings like I think level 20 something, so the enemies are going to be a little bit harder for him, despite, you know, my level. Coming up here in a second is going to be something that's pretty amazing that Celtic Viking does in the game. Watch this. Just destroys 2 turrets. None of them had any damage on them. He just destroyed them. But yeah, expect a lot of Destiny, Fallout 76, Anthem. We're gonna put some Call of Duty on here. We're gonna try to do some other things as well. I expect a lot of single-player games too, on my personal channel anyway. Sorry, I was taking a drink of my energy drink. But you know, we had a big argument, Celtic Viking and I, about doing audio and things like that. But we figured it out eventually.
Hey, that's far enough.
No one has to get hurt. Whoa, 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 whoa. All
So
we
we'll
want is
see.
that journal.
I know. Talon gave me one job.
How everything
Make sure you
goes.
don't
Hopefully
get it. Talon
everything
gave
will
you
go
permission to burn
smoothly,
it?
and we'll slowly gain a following.
No.
But
Maybe.
like I said, it all depends.
Okay, why does Talon even want that journal?
Because it's a treasure map. All those missing people carried valuables into the jungle. And when I find them, I'll be rich. You shouldn't have chased me, Dex.
You shouldn't have robbed me, Talon.
It's what I do. You knew that when you hired me.
You hired these people?
That's how they got your journal?
It's hard to do background checks out here. Besides, Talon used to be a sentinel.
And now he's been reduced to this.
And you die first.
Talon! The journal!
Toss it here!
Hey!
Look out!
during these cutscenes, I'll be shutting my mouth, so just letting you guys know.
Are you alive?
Yeah, is that your hand?
No, it's mine.
Move it. Now.
Okay. Which way did Talon go? Commander! How'd you find us?
I followed the smoke. Passed by what was left of your javelin.
I can explain.
No! You're done. There's someone waiting at Fort Tarsus to take you home.
Commander, wait. This journal belonged to my aunt. It can solve the mystery of the Emerald Abyss. Hey!
Give it back.
Consider yourself lucky that you still have a javelin, freelancer.
At least Talon doesn't have the journal.
He doesn't need it anymore. Just didn't want you to have it. He's so far ahead. You should just give up.
Give up? Yeah, not what I do.
Good.
Dax!
We'll figure it out. Just meet me back at the port.
Okay. As far as you guys know, is like we're just some random guys who just wanted to start a YouTube channel, but in reality is Celtic Viking and I have known each other since we were little. We went to school together, we grew up together. In reality, and in real life, we were best friends. So, or I'm one of his best friends. He's got a lot of best friends. I'm just lucky that I'm the one that that he plays video games with the most, and we decided to finally make a channel because we used to play Players Unknown Battlegrounds a lot with another guy. Then he sold his Xbox, so now we don't play with him. But it was originally gonna be us three because our shenanigans on Players Unknown Battlegrounds was hilarious, and it just turns out after he sold his Xbox, he can't really be a part of it. And plus, him and Gunder didn't get along, so it's like, or him and Celtic Viking didn't get along. So now you got his first name. It's just. Sorry about if you guys can hear the cat in the background. She's not allowed to go outside. Where I'm at currently, cats are allowed to go in and out. And she's currently crying. So, stop it, you're fine. But yeah, so we're best friends in real life, and when we decided like, hey, we should make a channel, and hopefully people will get our dark comedy, but dark comedy nowadays is kind of hard for people to understand. So we'll see how everybody handles it. We play with a lot of people, so some people have hilarious dark comedy, but some people have comedy that's a little edgy. I apologize for using the word slut in my last video. Somebody mentioned it to me that, hey, maybe you shouldn't use that word because it's derogatory towards a lot of people, and I'm like, oh, okay, fine.
Dax has been escorted
I wasn't very happy about it,
Should I
but
patch her through?
Go ahead,
I'm openly, publicly apologizing for using the word.
Dax, you really need to work on your whispering skills.
I do swear a lot, so
I'm like a rabbit in the night.
if you guys have a problem with that, I apologize, but
Tried to get it back, but he says
I'm not
I can't
really
be
sorry
trusted with
because
the
that's just how I am. Doesn't mean I'm any less respectful than I am in real life. I respect everybody that I come in contact with, unless you give me a reason not to. I just cuss because I grew up around that, and I lived with it my entire life, and some people are just raised differently. But hopefully everybody will understand that everybody's different and everybody's raised in different backgrounds. We weren't all raised in a, what do you want to call it, a child-proof environment. I was raised in a rugged environment, and with rugged things, and it just happens that I turned out the way I am today. And I thank the gods that every day that I'm here, and I am the way I am. So, I have a rough exterior, but I probably have one of the biggest hearts that anybody could, use. And sometimes they use it too much. But enough about personal stuff. But, like I said, coming soon is hopefully, once we get the YouTube channel going, we're going to start a podcast and talk about everyday life, talk about gaming, no politics, because politics doesn't do anything except break friends and family apart. So we're not going to do that. But we will definitely talk about everyday life, talk about struggles, talk about flourishing, talk about the things that make us who we are, and we'll describe who we are and all those super fun things. My Instagram, I still haven't done a face reveal, so if I get a certain amount of followers or a certain amount of likes on something, I might do a face reveal. I know Celtic Viking hasn't done a face reveal, so we'll have to try to get those numbers up, and we'll hopefully get a face reveal sometime. But what I'm liking about the game so far is, hold on one second. What I'm liking about the game so far is it's awesome when you're playing with teammates, and they make the enemies a little bit harder when you're playing with teammates. That way, since there's more people, it's going to be more of a struggle. When you play by yourself, the enemies are actually pretty easy. They get killed pretty easily, and
You want to eradicate?
so I mean that's one thing I like about the game. Another thing I like about the game is you can customize the paint of your javelin. You can make it any color you really want. I like the different varieties of javelins. I main the Ranger, which is what you see right now, and Celtic Viking mains the Storm, which is a elemental manipulator, which can make things freeze, burn, and things like electricity, things like that. There's the Colossus, which is a big boy. Most armor in the game, pretty much just a tank. And then there's the Interceptor, which is a ninja-like exosuit javelin, and it's pretty quick. See, here I am. You pretty much can see all the colors that you can change them to. I'm thinking I'm gonna go with running them the Headhunter paint. So we're gonna black it all out, and then put the red skull on our mask, or on our helmet. And I'll show you what that looks like right now. The Trophy Hunter. My bad, not the Headhunter. It's pretty BA, I'm not gonna lie. So now we're gonna head over and talk to Commander Vuel, who's kind of a D-bag, but it's alright. A lot of commanders can be in real life too.
I boil everything.
Well, hopefully we can someday get both of our audios in here. But for now, we're just going to be using mine.
No.
No?
Okay, I'm going to shut up now.
I will not release Cardea Dell's journal into your custody.
I didn't realize the book was under arrest.
Do I seem like I'm joking?
I honestly couldn't say. You're kind of hard to read. But I do feel for you, Commander. Working with Dax, she's a handful.
She's an impulsive, untrained thrill seeker who's going to get herself killed, and I'll be blamed for it.
Not anymore. If she's been recalled home, Dax is no longer your problem.
I guess that's true.
So there's no harm in giving me the journal. Your ass is covered.
Never underestimated Daxia Dell's propensity for trouble.
I'm willing to take the risk.
Then you're braver than you look. Freelancer?
Hey, Dax, I've got the journal.
Perfect timing. Just bid farewell to my not-so-gilded cage.
Let's meet at the bar.
I think of your department as the bowels.
Alright. Here we go again.
Here it is. The elusive journal.
Let's recap.
It's kind of another thing I don't really like about this game. There's a lot of cinematics and a lot of talking by characters. I mean, it's nice when you're not recording, but when you're recording, it kind of a
Guess
pain in
what's
the
at the
butt.
epicenter?
The heart of...
Yep. When the heart of rage appeared.
Like people vanishing into thin air crazy.
That was the theory. Aunt Cardea disappeared before she could prove it.
From his notes, it looks like
His notes? He defaced.
Focus, Dax. What does Talon say?
he thinks activating certain relics will lead him to wherever the caravans vanished.
But instead of bringing home their remains, he's gonna steal their stuff. Freelancer.
Activating the relics will be tricky, and I should point out this is all theory. We don't really know what will happen.
Yes. My javelin's pretty banged up, but it'll still fly. Let me know when you're ready, and I'll meet you outside the wall.
Alright, everybody, so this is gonna be pretty much, this is the second episode. Thank you for tuning in and watching it. I really appreciate the support, you know, not having a lot of followers yet, but for those who started with me in the beginning, I really do appreciate it. The second installment of the Anthem series that I'm making, appreciate it. Go follow me on Instagram, and thank you.